Hey, you guys, how you doing? Okay, so I am going to do the Edgar Casey channel today. That was just too much yesterday. The Zoom room was lovely, and it went for 2.5 hours. So, yeah, I was a little done by then, considering we also had the live event that day too. So, anywho, be using my own signage from now on, except for one. There's been some confusion on my part. Two women with the same name giving me, gifting us, actually, with some very beautiful artwork. And I can't keep it straight. So, there's a neurodivergence consideration there, okay? So, anywho, I appreciate anyone who has sent me artwork and has asked for nothing in return. I appreciate that. Thank you. But to avoid any future problems, I will use my own artwork unless I absolutely know for sure who it is that sent me the artwork so that I can keep a note of that. Okay? So there is my public apology. Entertainment purposes only, you guys. All right, don't forget this coming Friday. I'm going to have to shorten these up a little. This coming Friday, members only live, and that's the first Friday of every month at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 p.m. Pacific. So it's Friday the 7th, all right? And also, as usual, our Sunday live event is every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. All right, the tarot class is coming up very soon. The first one will be this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's $25, a one-time fee now this is one class broken up into 6 parts, okay? These are the dates, so pause the video and write those down if you need to. So $25 a one-time fee, or it's free to paid YouTube members and free to paid Substack subscribers. So email me for the link, okay? Let me know that you're a member of YouTube. A member, not a subscriber, a paid member, okay? Let me know that, or if you're a paid subscriber to Substack. I know that's a little confusing. If you need a tarot deck for that, please visit Miss Denise's, well, actually you have to email her, sorry. You got to email Miss Denise for the link to her eBay Pretty and New Tarot Decks page, okay? Now, you will pay for shipping, but she will reimburse you, okay? And that, again, is only for paid members of YouTube or paid subscribers of Substack, yes. Yeah, okay. So, I actually have the Art Nouveau, which Miss Denise gifted to me. It's beautiful. And the stained glass is beautiful as well. There's a few others. Regular old Rider-Waite tarot, please remember to get tarot cards, not oracle cards, for the class, okay? Okay, so there is a discrepancy with the YouTube memberships, and the only way, and I'm having a hard time here. I'm not hearing back from them, and I went back to go ahead and you did the same things and clicked on the same links. Because I had actually written them down, so I didn't forget what to do. And all of a sudden, it keeps sending me back to the first page where I state what the problem is. So this discrepancy is this. I charge $1.99 per month for a membership here on YouTube. It says in my dashboard that I am charging $1.99 a month for a paid membership here on YouTube. Yet some people are getting charged the $1.99 and others are getting charged $2.99. Okay, if you can't afford the $2.99, don't renew your membership, okay? There's nothing I can do about it. Creators have very little control okay? Just take my word for it. We have very little control. Like, I couldn't go in and make you a member. You have to do that yourself, right? I can't control that they're charging you $2.99, but I say $1.99. So right now we're going to say it's $2.99 a month. And if you can't afford that, I understand that. I get that. That dollar can make a big difference. I get that. Okay? If you want to be reimbursed for that after I get this cleared up, I'll let you know when it's cleared up. You have to go through YouTube to get your dollar reimbursement. Okay? So, because this is their issue. They're doing this. I'm not money hungry. Okay? $2.99. I mean, it's not a huge deal to me or other people, but it is a huge deal to somebody else. And believe me, been there, done that. Still there sometimes. All right? I get it. So let's do a weekly reading. We're going to use our, let me get myself settled here. Put the signage up. Okay, so we're going to use the Crystal Visions deck today. If I can keep a hold of it. Crystal Visions deck. I know it's all beat up. It's my favorite deck. I've had this one the longest out of all of them. This is our Lotus Queen deck. So let's catch the energies of the rest of the week. It's Monday. The energies of the rest of the week. Okay. And again, we will, next video, we'll be channeling Edgar Casey. I like the name Edgar. My son's middle name is Edgar, after his papa, my dad. I told my mom I was going to name the baby Ian Edgar, and she went, ugh. Why are you giving him the Edgar name? Because that's my dad's name, middle name. That's why. I love my dad. Love my mom too. If he was a girl, I would have made her middle name my mom's middle name, May. And it's funny because he was born in May. Family's important, you guys. Oh dear. Okay. Well, actually not oh dear. All right. 4 swords. 4 swords in this deck to me is protection. It's resting, right? I mean, in a regular old tarot deck, it would be, let's say, a Rider Waite. It would be somebody lying with their hands crossed, kind of in an unalived position, either on top of a coffin or on top of a bed. Okay, there would be 3 swords poised above them and 1 sword below them. Now, the 3 swords above them are about the truth that's ready to be spoken or shown, and the one below is about the protection. Okay, so this is kind of a resting card. I think Miss Deborah on Deborah's Blue Tarot calls it a small death, the small death card. Okay. So expect something that looks small to happen that will be big in the long run. 6 of Pentacles. That is I call this the give and take card. Okay, so she tended the greenery around her. Okay, and in return for that tending of the greenery gives her abundance. Okay, and then you see the birds, they're taking things from the trees and putting them in her basket. So that's the give and take card, or the inheritance card, or the passing down card. And here we have the death card, death, rebirth, and transformation. So again, something that's going to look small, but in the long run, it's going to be a big deal. Something's going to be handed down to somebody else. Okay, Pentacles are power as well. In my political readings, Pentacles equal power. So, death, rebirth, and transformation. So expect a transformation. Then we have the Hermit. It's that one step at a time. So expect the progress of this transformation to be slow. One step at a time. You can only put one foot in front of the other every day, all day. We don't get from point A to point Z in 20 minutes. Wish we would sometimes. There's that human instant gratification coming out of me. All right, we have the Chariot. I don't do reverse cards very often. We have the Chariot, that is movement through chaos, or chaos that's created. And that would be a lot of it. I mean, we're seeing that now. We got a politician in quote-unquote power who is disrespecting his wife in front of the entire world. That creates chaos. He's nasty. All right, King of Swords, bringer of truth. More truths will be coming out. When I say that, it would be nice if the truth would come out of the regime's mouths, but that's not how we're seeing the truth, and that's not the type of truth that we see. The type of truth that we're seeing is who they really are and what they would actually, how far they would extend themselves for their own agenda. That's what we're witnessing. They're doing unthinkable things. This is why we're having a hard time, me included, wrapping our brains around this stuff. The Sun cards, things being brought out into the light, that goes perfectly with our King of Swords. Transformation with the butterflies. Remember, every nasty thing they do, and the nastier it is, the quicker things come to a head. Three of Swords. Heartbreak, betrayal. So I think we're going to keep hearing about Usha. Now, she's not pure as a driven snow, you guys. But I wouldn't wish the disrespect she's getting publicly, especially on anybody. I mean, but we already know he doesn't like people of color anyway. I'm going to keep asking. I do understand why he married her. I mean, she comes from money, first of all. And a narcissist will choose a partner that they kind of sneakily, right? Or they hide the fact that they don't really like that person for certain reasons, and for her it would be her skin color would be number one, okay? She's brown. So sometimes they choose partners like that on purpose so that they have an excuse to put them down or treat them poorly, okay? That's what narcissists do. Ten of Pentacles. The ending of a power. The ultimate reaping of what you sow. We have the Hanged Man. Waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't know why they just gave me the M of the A of the G of the A word. Huh. Spirit team, can you tell us what they are waiting for? What are the red team extremists waiting for? Alrighty then. Seven of Pentacles. They're waiting for their money. Somebody asked if, geez, I lost it. Somebody asked, or somebody made a comment about how the red states were probably getting their snap. No, they're not. There were 4 states. I could be wrong. It could have been 5, but I counted 4 states, okay, that were the only states that were going to get their SNAP benefits. And for all I know, that changed too. This is happening to everyone. This isn't, I keep saying it, it's not about red or blue. It's not about this side or that side anymore. This is about how do we show up as spiritual beings, as humans with the awareness of ourselves as spiritual beings. How do we show up for the rest of the world? Do we show up nasty and salty? Do we show up pointing our finger? Because you heard the saying, you point one finger at somebody else, you got 3 more pointing back at yourself. Something that has been driven into my head for the past 8 years. So every time we point our finger at somebody else, there's something within ourselves that we need to change. And the fact that say I needed to point my finger at somebody. The fact that I feel that way says something, that there's something in me that needs to change. And usually for me, it's I need to find a different way to manage my anger, my resentments. Yeah. And that's just for me. I can't speak for anybody but myself. Then we have the unknown card. Okay. So this is about an unknown outcome. Okay, Spirit Team, regarding what? What is the unknown card regarding? The Moon, things that are hidden. So, thank you, Spirit Team. So this is the free will. The unknown card with the Moon card. This is free will. Well, what are people going to do? What's the regime going to do, and how are we going to react to that? Queen of Pentacles. Feminine power rising. Okay, so say there's a storming of the House of White again, okay? That is actually masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy is about taking action. Masculine energy is the energy of war, okay? Conflict. Feminine energy is the nurturing force behind that in this case, if that happened. The feminine would be the nurturing. It's nurturing because it's like, okay, now you're messing with my kids. Or now you're messing with my mom. Or now you're messing with my grandparents. Okay, that's that nurturing, feminine, protective energy. Protective. Feminine energy, protective. Masculine energy, taking action. So there's more of a balance there than we think. Because we generally think of, conflict as being all masculine. And sometimes it is, and it has been, for the most part, in the past. Don't forget Helen of Troy. They blamed it all on her, right? It was her fault. That, two men made their own choices, right? But it was her fault. So that's just an example of, what's that an example? That's an example of it being somebody else's fault. That's the example of the masculine dominating the feminine. It's her fault that we made bad choices. See, we need to move out of that energy. Okay, it's M of the A of the G of the A's fault that we feel like this. Or it's this person's fault that we feel like that. No. We feel. Something that bothers me. Somebody could do something to me that bothers me, and they do the same thing to you, and it wouldn't faze you in the least. So this is subjective, okay? And it's relative to the person, to the individual. 2 of Wands, that's making a choice. That's that free will. Ace of Swords, making a choice to bring truth forward. And again, maybe not the truths that we want to hear, but I feel like it's more about them continuing to really show who they really are. So we show who we really are as spiritual beings, not jerks. The Star card. It's the Star of Hope, this renewed faith, balance, pouring onto the land and into the water. 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the water. And a spiritual aspect. All right, choose guys, let's get an oracle card. Haven't done healing energy in a while. What's that? There we go. Healing energy. Oracle. One more. Faith. The Star. Faith. Renewed hope. Faith, I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my values within the universe. Alrighty then, you guys. Next video, Edgar Casey channel. Channeling. A chat with Edgar. Okay? Thank you. Oh, and by the way, I never thought that Edgar Casey belonged to any particular reader. I just was being respectful of Miss Kim at Moonlight Energy. Okay? I'm sure she doesn't mind, or couldn't care less, actually. I was showing respect by waiting to check myself before I wreck myself with Edgar Casey. All right, choose guys. Much love, many blessings. See you in the funny papers.